we were cleaning up, cutting, setting up this jig that my buddy's dad's buddy was nice enough to lend me.
Yeah, I get some light.
He was nice enough to lend me this jig, which is basically just a big old bar, a trued bar, straight through, and with the things made to line everything up nice and straight. Now this housing is a little bit fucked up. Just to say, this side looks better. If you look at it this way, a little higher there, it's a little higher up there, which is okay. It's like I tried to spin it, see if it had any play in it, and it turns pretty straight, so whatever. A little bit of, you know, what is that? Like a 16th, an 1/8? Not that much. That'll be just fine for the little street car we have. This is a little bit more concerning, but I was wondering if I should just try to fill these cracks with some TIG weld first, see if the tube will come and it lines up a little bit better. I don't know if I should do that. I don't know. Probably not. Probably just leave it like that. And it'll be good enough for the 350, 400 horsepower LS. All right, I'm all set up here. I got the TIG all set up. I think I am gonna try welding these cracks, see if it moves at all. If it does, I will calm down and tack it and do this and do that. Calm down. So, set you guys up on time lapse. Well, there's no more storage on my phone, so you're not getting any time lapse. But, a couple beads in for you. Well, my phone was full last night and I didn't feel like cleaning it up before I did this. But yeah, got new ends on it, short ends ready to go. We use this long piece with a couple of these machined pieces in the ends, and everything fits nice and tight. These are the caps, you just put it in, screw it tight, whatever. The center section has where the bearings would be, another piece that's matching, so this is as nice and straight as true as possible. And like I said in the other video I have, like they're a little bit off, but I think it's because the tubes are off. Yeah, same here. It's a little bit here, a little less here, but whatever. Now we got to make mounts for this sway bar, and after that we can put the diff in place and try to figure out the pinion angle. Well, last night was a write-off. I was gonna come work out here, but I was put in charge of trying to get Isla to sleep and ended up falling asleep in her bed. So that didn't work out. But anyways, today the plan is I've cut out most of the panels for the back panel thing. I think I'm gonna leave that stuff up there and I'm gonna stitch what I have to that, because the existing panel actually goes in and underneath, and I've only got a partial section And when I went and cut these out, well, they started cutting them out at the school. Oh boy. Yeah, all that part is mangled. I could straighten it out, but it's pretty mangled. So I figured I'll just focus. I'll just clean this up, straighten it up, and I'll just attach to that. None of it will be seen anyway, so it should be good and strong. I gotta finish stitch welding here, and then I could bend these brackets back down and stitch weld to that. Fill a couple holes, and then once that's done, I'm going to bolt in my new Hotchkiss 3-inch lowering springs with new bushings and everything, and then be able to get the 9-inch in place, figure out my pinion angle, and start welding everything together. I gotta make sway bar brackets on the diff, and I need to text Luke before he comes over. Luke's coming over to give me a hand. I've got this patch made, but I need somebody to push it from underneath. So he's gonna come over and help me do that real quick, and then I'm gonna be putting this section in. Got a present from Texas today. This company didn't ship to Canada, and well, I have a sister in Texas, so yeah. Now we just gotta hope that it fits better around the steering box than the other one I had. So yeah, got me some headers and an alternator bracket. So thanks, Mal. It's definitely coming along. Anybody else work like this? Old school, outside? After hours and hours of fighting, it's in. It's not welded, but it's in. I had to make some really fancy cuts back here to make things work, but we'll try to hammer this in a little tighter. It's got to come a little more forward. Part of me wants to trim this a little bit so I could actually have a spot to weld it, but the other part of me is like, I'm just gonna drill holes and just spot weld it. It's the existing little piece, because I left the existing piece underneath a little bit. So yeah, that's that. It lines up here. Well, once I push it in, it lines up. Same with the other side, everything lines up. So good to go on that aspect of the project. That's one of the biggest things so far. The next thing we're gonna battle after that, oh boy, is the back side of everything I did, which looks super ugly. Little teensy hole right there. It's from a grind mark, but I gotta pound everything underneath the welds. It's like everything under the welds, I gotta smash it in and then tack it all up, and then we'll do some seam sealer everywhere. That's where it was rotten. So make sure we'll tackle all that, and then I'm ready for these springs. I'll put these springs in, I'll put the diff on, get the pinion angle. I'm not gonna get it perfect, but I'm gonna get it shooting straight enough down the hole that it should be fine. Then we'll put the front end on it. Put the front end on it, make it a roller. Then I'll start running my fuel lines. Yeah, be easier to put the gas tank in once. I don't know. Yeah, gas tank after everything. So if I put the gas tank in now, I'll have some trouble with the. I think I'll have trouble with the bolting everything up, but whatever. Anyways, we're coming along. That's what we're doing. All right, lots of stuff going on. That is almost done. That needs to be tacked in. For some reason, I painted. Oh, I don't have the light. There we go. That's better. I painted the dash. Don't ask me why. I just did. Looks great. Gets me kind of motivated. Now we just gotta finish doing the rest of it. So by painting the dash today, I realized I had to paint this dash. And to paint this dash, I realized I had to set up a modern radio in it. So I've got it all trimmed out. I've got a piece made at the back, and now I just gotta weld it in. And yeah, she'll have a modern radio. And then we're gonna sand everything down, piss off the neighbors, and paint the dash before my before the pot life dies on my clear coat. Because, you know, when you build cars, you don't think ahead. You think in the moment. I know I do. All right, that's the finished product. I'm not making any nicer than that because the CD player itself, the mount, everything is going to cover that up. Plus, I went to the farm, grabbed this thing. This is not the one I need. I'm going to do the black interior. Anyways, I'm going to do the black interior, the black trim. I've got some of the other wood grain stuff, but the center console I have is all black, so it'll need a tiny bit of trim, unless I just, there's a little space there. I don't know if might be close. We'll see. We'll see. Once the can sit on properly, yeah, it's really close. But anyways, nonetheless, when I get the right piece, I will put that in, and that should be good. So I'm gonna pull this lighter out and leave it at that for tonight. Tomorrow morning I'm going to tape off, get some wax paper or whatever, tape off the top end that I did, protect it. I'm gonna sand everything and then paint it and then clear it. I just wanted to pop on here and explain how much I love Abby, because I'd like to know which other guy I know that would leave their boyfriend slash husband to blow apart a 68 Camaro or any other project right here in her carport, use the steps as, you know, a bench, you know, parts everywhere. She's a good woman.